So I'm playing a 35-point game against Seaforge tonight. So outflank is the scenario again. I'm bringing my epic Irix Man of War themed list. So got those there, and the Doom Reavers. I put up a video talking about my army, so you can find that before you watch this. Give you an insight into my thinking behind it. Facing Grundback, is it? Grundback?
Yes, Grundback.
With so he's got a couple of heavy. Sorry, I don't know all the names of these, but basically two heavy warjacks there with a Bokur, Rulik guys with I think the hammer, shields, gun core.
Yeah.
And then 2 units of guys, one there and one there with hammers.
Forge guard.
Forge guard, and then he's got like a driller and a basher or something over there. And then the solo, what's the solo's name?
Thor Steinhammer.
There. So I'm going first. Onto Khador, turn 1. So end of Khador turn 1, everything just moved up. Fire for effect on the Devastator, tactical supremacy on the shock troopers, that's why they're 3 inches ahead. And the Doom Reavers over there just ran up as well. So on to Seaforge, turn 1. So, end of Rulik, turn 1. Basically everything either moved or ran up. His Warcaster put solid ground, so his models can't be knocked down, and he put this wall up here. I know it's a card, but it's actually a wall. Sorry, I forgot his name there. His solo, Steinhammer, drove both of his jacks forward. His jacks then both advanced as well, so his gunner got in range of one of my Doom Reavers and boosted with his jack muscle and shot him. And then his hammer core just edged up a little bit, like the cowards they are. No, that's understandable. They don't want to take Doom Reavers. They don't want to take Doom Reavers to the face. Okay, so on to Khador, turn 2. Okay, so end of Khador, turn 2. Everything over here basically moved up. I got the Great Bears and Iris hiding out there. Iron Fang gave the Stormtroopers shield wall, and then they did their tactical supremacy, so they're nice up the board there. The Doom Reavers were out of charge range, so I just sort of ran them in to tie up those guys, as it were. The Devastator, not the Devastator, the Destroyer, with fire for effect, boosted attack and damage, shot the Bokur, hit him, and rolled 9 for damage, which was enough to kill him. Oh no, yeah, so put 9 damage on him, which is good enough. So on to Rulik, Seaforge, turn 2. So end of Seaforge, turn 3?
Yes.
Yeah. It was turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. So basically over here it was a combination of the guy with his flamethrower, the driller and the hammer core cleared up the Doom Reavers. Over here this guy tried to do a slam into my shock troopers but missed. He needed a 5 and rolled 2-2, so he missed, which was unfortunate. Fortunate on my part though. Then the driller slammed in, he slammed a shock trooper back, did some damage to him and hit a demo core and did a little bit of damage to him. The gun core did some CRAs into one shock trooper and put about 4 damage on him. This guy over here shot the shock trooper who was there and put 3 damage. His caster moved up and did his feat. So basically all of these, everyone but that Man of War there was pushed directly backwards, and they've got -3 speed, rat and defense for a turn. So they can't charge, which is a bit of a bummer. But I can increase their speed with the Kovnik. And then he shot and killed this demo core here, so he scores 1 point for controlling that zone. So I think I'm going to probably feat this turn onto Khador, turn 3. So end of Khador, turn 3. I realised that I couldn't give them shield march and get them further up because his feat also meant they can't give or receive orders. So the shock troopers just moved up a little bit. What I've my mates just pointed out to me is that they could have shot with their cannons, power 40, which I completely forgot about. Like, this one demo core made it in, put a bit of damage on the driller, put an Artifice of Deviation down with Iris, and put Battle Lust on the Great Bears. They charged in. They put quite a bit of damage on the Grunback, but one of them, and they needed anything but to hit. One of them rolled a Snake Eyes, which was very annoying, but it kind of makes up for the slam that was missed earlier. So managed to kill the driller though. The destroyer shot direct hit on a guy over there and killed 2 with fire for effect, and then my Kovnik just ran up to contest the zone. So yeah, so it was defeated this turn as well. So on to Rulik turn 4. So end of Seaforge turn 4. Basically the Grunback did his flak explosion, but failed to kill either of the Great Bears next to him. These guys just moved up a little bit because they're only speed 2. The gun corps moved up and CRA'd into a shock trooper over here and killed him. All these guys advanced basically. Steinhammer sort of Jack Marshall the guy with the gun over there, and he killed the Ironfang Kovnik, so he scored another control point there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He finally killed the Great Bear over there by casting Eruption on that Jack, and then this, so
It's a battery.
the battery, yeah, so set this guy on fire, but he made his tough roll. Yeah, so on to Khador turn 4, I think. So end of Khador turn 5, I think. Upkept fire for effect on the Devastator, destroy even, and he shot and killed all but one of the dwarves over there. Iris then moved into the zone, cast an Artifice of Deviation over there, so that's rough terrain for those guys, and gave Battle Lust to the Demo Corps. He then tried to shoot the dwarf, but didn't do any damage to him. The shock troopers, well, the Great Bears went, one of them put a bit of damage on the Grunback, and the other one killed 2 gun corps, but one died to his fire effect. That shock trooper charged and killed that dwarf. These 3 shock troopers finally wrecked that warjack. The demo corps charged. This guy missed and then rolled appallingly and did 1 damage to him, even with backswing and battle lust. These guys did quite a bit of damage to him, took out 1 arm, but he still got his cortex and his drill, which is a little bit worrying. So I scored 2 points here for dominating, and it's on to Rulik turn 5. So end of Rulik turn 6. Basically these guys move over and killed the demo corps. He failed to drive either warjack, which was unfortunate.
Otherwise I would
Yeah. Otherwise he would have got in and contested. The gun corps killed the Great Bear, and his warcaster moved in and killed a shock trooper. That's the game, because I scored another 2 for dominating this one, and he scored another 1 for controlling there, so it's 3-4. So I could just call it now, because basically I'd score another 2 for dominating this, and yeah, and he'd only get 1 more for that. But I'm going to see if I can go for the caster kill. So this will be the last turn. Let's see if I can do it. So that's the game. Let's see, upkept fire for effect on the destroyer. He shot and put about 6 damage on his warcaster.
Yeah.
And then 1 shock trooper couldn't get the charge, but the other 2 charged in with battle lust. I put an Artifice of Deviation there to give him a pathfinder through the wrecks, and yeah, they killed him. So dominated. So scored the control points and cast the kill. But yeah, my opponent was just very unlucky with failing the drives over here, otherwise he could have advanced them and then run them into the zone, and it would have gone on. But yeah, so I said I'd do a post-game analysis of this one, which I'll put up after this. So Wargamers, I hope you enjoyed that battle report. It was only 35 points, so it's not at 35 points. It's not
very well balanced with scenario and stuff. As you can see, I won on scenario in the end. It was basically because he didn't have enough models to jam into the zone. So it was a little bit fluky, and because he failed the 2 drive tests with Steinhammer, I mean, he couldn't advance his warjacks and then run them into the zone. But yeah, my thoughts on the list. I don't know. I think it performed okay. It can definitely hit hard with being able to give battle lust to 2 units is very useful. I don't think I did that at any point because for various reasons stuff wasn't able to charge. His feat turn was particularly annoying, reducing all my stormtroopers and demo corps to speed 1, and they couldn't give or receive orders. One thing that was pointed out to me afterwards was that the shock troopers could have shot with their shield cannons on that turn. Yeah, I mean, they were at -3 rat because of the feat, so they would have been rat 2, but I could have aimed to get to rat 4, and they then would have only need 5s to hit his 2 warjacks that he had in front. So I just completely, that didn't even occur to me. That's probably what you get for not playing them very often. So yeah, if I'd done that, maybe I could have got the zone a turn earlier, but then I wouldn't really have been able to clear out the Forge Guard that turn, I don't think. But yeah, I mean, if I was to say which ones I prefer, I probably prefer the demo corps, just because they got the 2 attacks, and they can, with battle lust, they can hit very hard. So I am planning to use them in a 50-point tournament list that I'm taking with Epic Irisk, but instead of the shock troopers, I'm taking the Black Dragons, and they're going to act as my screen, basically. 2 reasons for that. They're much faster, there's more of them, and with they can get, well, they have tough while in Irisk's command, and then with the Kovnik they can't be knocked down, so that's great. I'd made, I think, 1 tough roll, I think, the entire game, but it was quite an important one to make. It was one with the Great Bears. Yeah, so I didn't think I used the Doom Reavers well enough. I sort of ran them in to sort of try and block him up a bit on that side, but they all just died. Which is okay. I mean, the Doom Reavers, they are just a sort of a suicide unit, but in 35 points, it's sort of more of a deal, because it's 6 points that you sort of lost, basically. I mean, they achieved a little bit blocking him up, but not very much. In 50 points, it doesn't really matter because they just count as a lower percentage of your army. So yeah, so I'm coming up with an Epic Irisk list with a unit of demo corps in them, because I found with because I haven't really used Epic Irisk. I think I've used him once. Oh yeah, one thing I should have done is on the turn where I had all my shock troopers lined up and the demo corps behind them, I should have put an artificer of deviation in front of them, so his 2 heavy warjacks, the driller and the whatever it was, to charge through, would have had to go through rough terrain. So, and that would have, because they're slow anyway, they probably wouldn't have been able to do his slam, or maybe not even get into combat. Yeah, so I made a few mistakes. My opponent also made a few mistakes. If on the zone that I ended up dominating, he should have kept 1 guy back in the woods, just towing into the zone to contest, and also he should have kept up, I think it's steady ground, it was, his spell where his models can't be hurt by blast damage, because I killed quite a few with the destroyer's blast damage, because he had boosted damage rolls on it due to fire for effect. Yeah, thinking about it, I'd probably drop the destroyer and take a mortar crew instead, just because it's it's much less points and it does a better job of dropping AoEs, because it's past 16 4-inch AoE. And I'd probably take something like I'm planning on using a Spriggan and a Devastator in the list. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the battle report. Yeah, I mean, I think in that list the shock troopers worked pretty well. They were very tough. I mean, it's very hard to kill them. Except when his guys with the hammers got into the demo core, they just absolutely destroyed them. That was pretty painful. But yeah, being able to give stuff Pathfinder and making stuff able to stand up was great. And martial discipline is brilliant as well, because you can just screen stuff behind. But yeah, that's probably enough ramblings. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some more battle reports up soon. Bye for now.